The night they all climbed into my bed, I thought I was dreaming. It started with Kemi's soft whisper, asking if I was cold. Then Binta came in with the excuse of a nightmare. And Tola didn't say a word. She just slid under the covers, her legs brushing mine, warm and smooth. That was the moment I knew this wasn't just another night in the off-campus flat. It was something deeper, something that would change me. And before you start thinking this is one of those wild hostel stories, let me tell you now, it started sweet, it turned hot, and then it became something else. I was in my final year at uni, sharing a two-bedroom flat off campus. My roommate had just finished his program and moved out, and I couldn't afford the old rent alone. That's how I ended up with three girls as neighbors next door. They were students too, all in 200 level. Their room was just across the narrow walkway from mine in the compound, and because of the way the building was structured, we all shared a kitchen and one bathroom. Their names were Kemi, Binta, and Tola. Kemi was the first to talk to me. She was Yoruba, very playful, always smiling. Her laughter could break through any bad day. Binta, the Hausa girl, was quieter, but very observant. She had this habit of leaning against the kitchen wall while I cooked, asking questions about my family or what I was making. Then there was Tola. Tola was different. She rarely smiled, but when she did, you'd feel like you'd earned it. She didn't talk much either. She was tall, with this slow, elegant way of moving, like she always had a secret. Our friendship started around food. They didn't have a stove, so they'd wait till I finished using mine. One day, I offered to cook for them. They agreed, but said they'd also bring their own ingredients. That night, we made Zobo and spaghetti with peppered goat meat. Kemi handled the spices like a pro. Binta cut the vegetables and washed everything carefully, like she was preparing for a ritual. And Tola, she just stood there, arms folded, until I asked her to help me taste the Zobo. She didn't use a spoon, just picked the bowl, sipped, and locked eyes with me. "It's perfect," she said, then walked away. That first dinner was the beginning. After that night, they came over often, sometimes just to gist, other times to cook. We'd eat late into the night, play music and talk about school, parents, exes. They felt like sisters, at least at first. Then came the night it all shifted. It was a Friday, no lectures. NEPA had given us light all day, which meant the night was going to be dark. I had just finished bathing, wore my shorts and laid on my bed with my phone. I heard a knock. Kemi entered first. "Oya, shift small," she said, already climbing into the bed. "Your bed is softer than our own." Before I could respond, Binta appeared at the door. "I had a scary dream. Can I stay here tonight?" Then Tola came in quietly and closed the door. They all climbed in like it was a normal thing. But nothing felt normal. There was heat. Not the kind from NEPA failure, but the kind that builds between people when space becomes too tight. Kemi laid beside me, Binta on the other side, and Tola near my legs. I tried to pretend I was asleep, but Kemi started playing with my fingers. Then Binta put her head on my chest. Tola didn't move much. Just occasionally, her knee would brush mine. I didn't know what to do. I was scared, excited, confused. Then Kemi whispered, "Have you ever kissed two girls at once?" I said nothing. She giggled and turned to Binta. "Let's show him." They leaned over me and kissed, slowly, right above my face. I felt my heart pounding. Then they turned to me. That night was something else. I won't go into every detail, but let me just say it was wild, sensual, and nothing like I had ever experienced. But what I didn't realize was that it wasn't just fun for them, it meant something more. Over the next few weeks, things changed. Kemi became more possessive. She started cooking for me alone and giving me looks anytime I spoke with Binta. Binta became distant. She'd avoid eye contact and sometimes skip dinner entirely. Tola, she remained unreadable, but I noticed she'd stay behind when the others left. She'd ask deep questions about what I wanted in life. One day she said, "Have you ever loved someone and felt like it would ruin you if you told them?" I didn't know what to say. Then one night, she kissed me when the others weren't around. I told her it was wrong. She nodded, "But you didn't stop me." I was caught in a triangle that now had 4 corners, and I was the fool in the middle. Kemi found out about Tola and I. It didn't end well. She slapped Tola. Binta cried and packed out of the flat. I tried to make peace, but the bond we all had was broken. I moved out too, a few weeks later. But I never forgot that time. The food, the Zobo, the laughter, and the fire that started in one small room with 3 girls and 1 boy in a flat far from home. Some fires never really go out. You might hear stories about university life that sound too wild to be true, but sometimes reality is stranger, softer, and more dangerous than fiction. I learned that emotions aren't toys, that sometimes people come into your life not to stay, but to wake something in you. Sometimes 3 girls can teach you more about love, regret, and memory than a whole degree. And no matter how far you move, you'll still remember the scent of the Zobo.